Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. And already we're underway here. Well, Marco Reus, Jim, is a man of many qualities, but what do you perceive as his greatest strength?
I would say leadership, and that's perhaps not something you expect from a flair player like him. So many times he's been the team's hardest working player, covering most of the ground, someone who always leads by example.
So a true leader from the front then?
Yeah, exactly, the example for everyone else to follow. He delivers that.
And here's Reus. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Real chance! And it's Reus. Now it's Raul. Messi does really well to win the ball there. Mbappe threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
And they can counter here. Chips it through. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. The pass has gone astray. Mbappe, he's tried one! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Now it's Neves. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. And he's certainly onside here. And he's got the beating of his man. Now, what about a counter-attack? No goals as yet. Now it's Raul. And he plays one through. He has found the way through. Decent chance! He's scored! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a...
He's gone for goal! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Great defending, strong and determined. Xavi Alonso, it's a searching pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Foden. And it's in! Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now it's Torres.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Alexander-Arnold. That pass isn't the best. Rijkaard. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That has been cut short. He won't be happy with that one.
Arsenal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Rijkaard. Foden. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Mbappe. Rijkaard. Now it's Royce. Oh, that's clever. And he's found a way past. And he's had a hit. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way...
And he's decided to go for it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Good running, strong and purposeful. And he's managed to get rid. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Please take this opportunity.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, nicely intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from...
And Royce! And that is quite wonderful! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Royce. Can he spark a counter here?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Raul, and he's searching through. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. He's having a good look here, and this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. He's gone for the shots. Off the post. Skims one in. And that has been clubbed away. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
So we've reached the hour mark. Foden. No, again there's no way through. Oh, good looking ball. And he was quick to react.
This is the time you need that pace.
No, that's been intercepted. Xavi Alonso, nicely shaped ball, that's beautifully weighted. The ball has bounced loose now. Good ball, good take. João Neves was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's having a go! Oh, he's been caught on it here! Back in once more. Up he goes! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Messi, Mbappe, Mbappe! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Has a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And this is Torres. Not the most accurate pass. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. He's had a shot! It's in! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Arsenal get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And he's intervened well there. Tries to pass it through.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Aldero claims comfortably. He's going for goal! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
It's their second corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hakimi wins the duel this time. Arsenal are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Raul. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking to play him in. Well, played right into his path. Denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution for Arsenal.
Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Coming on the field, number 19, Hazard.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
And the finish! No mistake! The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
4 added minutes
Floated
has been
through.
indicated.
Vardiol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now who's going to be first to this? Closing in, shoots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitutions taking place.
So their fourth corner of the game. And a few accusing looks coming his way. Camavinga, and he was alert to it. That's an imaginative pass. Good ball over the top. Oh, good ball! Can he finish? And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. So that's it. It is all over. Arsenal have very little in the way of excuses here. Simply having no answer to a display that was stunning. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. We have already started here. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And this is Batistuta, and a chance! It's in for the pieces! There it is! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And the through ball. And this is Batistuta. There's the shot! He has done it! 2-0, and in next to no time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Chelsea are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Looking for options, for movement. Oh, good ball! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk gets rid without sophistication. In towards the back stick. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And here's Mbappe, and it's Hakimi. Hakimi stood his ground strongly. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nice looking ball, nicely intercepted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Can he get it through? Face to face with the keeper. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're quick to get it back. Chance for a shot! Shomurodov looking understandably energised after his goal. The ball's gone astray. And here's Messi. He's got away. He's found some space. Foden. He's having a go. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Lee Kang-in receives it in a wide position. He's having a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Chelsea find a position of real strength now. De Jong is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Zola. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Mbappe! Cleared without complication. Well, they could break here. That has not gone well. Looking to play him in. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made...
Tries a shot! He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. He's gone for goal! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Corner number 3 coming up. Batistuta. And here's Mbappe. Has a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, he's ended up in no man's land. And he was quick to react. Now it's come to nothing. Knocks it into space. Now it's Lee Kang-in. He's had a shot! And he hits the net. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Chelsea are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, he's one-on-one, real chance! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Arsenal really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Zola. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. Alexander-Arnold. That looks a good ball through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Out of play for a throw. Messi gets across to intercept that. Driving on and making good progress. And there's green grass ahead of him. Mbappe! De Jong. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Great chance here from position A1. Messi! And the ball's come loose here. Chelsea are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when...
He's going for goal!
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Look at the space here. And the shot! It's there! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
The attendance for this
Absolutely
match was
no element of fluke either.
60,810.
Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
And he's surging through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Hakimi gets it clear. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Mbappe. And here's the chance to counter. Looking for the run. Not the most convincing of passes. Zola. Reinders gets over and intercepts.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Darmian. That's Rudiger. De Jong. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Serginho. Chelsea needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Shomorodov. He is through here. Pass is just off target. Now then, the ball's come loose. Real chance here. Oh, that was vital. Picked out brilliantly. Shot a goal! And it's a goal! And It is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
That's been slipped through. Can he finish? They've done it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
After 82 minutes.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Rudiger.
And it's Van Dijk. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Lee Kang-in. And it's Damian. It's Rudiger.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Van Dijk. Damian. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
The
everybody,
fans
and
have pulled out
welcome to
all the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental
Manchester
occasion.
United against Arsenal.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, stats-wise, Peter, Maguire is one of the very best English defenders in recent years. A real presence in both boxes, we know, and he generally likes to keep things quite simple. Not the type to be tested unless he gets a little overconfident or a little complacent on the ball.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Mbappe. And it's Messi. Played into space out wide. Brilliantly cut out. Well, he's ended up in no man's land. No foul, says the referee. Kane. Bruno Fernandes. Played back in. Shot could be on. There. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Guardiola with a fine tackle. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach.
And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post. Delivery from Mbappe. Cleared without hesitation. Foden.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Aimed beyond the defence. He's had a shot! Goal! Arsenal!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
The goal scorer for Arsenal after 16 minutes is number 11, Kylian Mbappe.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, they could be caught. Mbappe! It's bounced back off the post. He's scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Arsenal have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. He is through here. Oh, and the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. This looks promising. Tries a shot! That has not gone well. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Succumbs to the pressure. And it's Serginho. Driving forward. Back into the middle. Can he finish? And that is a truly outstanding save.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. That has been cut short. He has done it! And they are right back within touch! So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Alexander-Arnold, and he's intervened well there. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Mbappe. Shapes to shoot! No mistake! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has two. Arsenal grab a 3-goal lead. It's just... Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And it's hoisted clear. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Mbappe! Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Mbappe. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Tries to play it through. He can run onto that. Mbappe. He's picked his way through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And he claimed it back swiftly. Neymar. He's through, now is he in? Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Van Dijk. Messi. Looking for the run. Picked out, and a chance! He's got a goal! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Arsenal have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go big from here.
Arsenal are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Look at the space, and he shoots! Sticks it away! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Arsenal are having a ball here. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. And it's made its way to him. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Foden takes the shot! And that has faded wide.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. And
goes for a shot! It's a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Kane. Now there's a fine chance for a shot! It's in! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Can he get it through?
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
That's the keeper's ball. And he's quick to snatch it back. Nicely weighted ball. Out to the left it goes. Nice looking ball. And he's running through. He's got tall. And he's missed it. Threads one in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Foden. He's gone for goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field is Number 22.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now, can they get him away? Foden. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Real chance! Really well taken goal. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now it's Kane. Great ball, and he's in here. Now it's Kane. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was, well...
Shoots! Oh, that's fabulous! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Manchester United grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Nicely aimed pass. Gets a good foot in there. Serginho. And it's Neymar. Well, played right into his path. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Kane. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Neymar. And they've got a throw. Maguire. Now Van Dijk. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And we're done. Arsenal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
That is a superb...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work.
There's the shot! Oh, important interception. He's got to be disappointed with that. Serginho. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either.
And the shot! And we have our very first corner. Goes for a shot! Tries to get it clear. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Van Bouten. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Nedved. Still goalless. Howson. And it's Koundé. Aims beyond the defence. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Mbappe! Van Bouten does really well to win the ball there. Neymar, and that's going right the way across. Now that's well seen too. Serginho charging forward, the ball at his feet. It's not an especially good pass, that. Saka. Well, that looks a decent ball. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank, and he's onside. Hit into the middle.
That's good defensive concentration.
It's a promising position. And that's aimed into the middle. It's their second corner of the game. Decent chance! That's a half-decent try. So, third corner of the game. Too much on it, and there's an easy claim for the keeper. And it's a crossfield ball. Can he get onto this? Referee's given a throw. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Serginho. Van Bouten. Oh, it's a promising build-up there. Played back in. Shot at goal! And what a big... In for the pieces!
He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Roberto Baggio. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Mbappe, and he's lost his man here. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. Oh, what a climb!
Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And he was quick to react. It's a pretty loose pass. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
And a quick reminder
The midway point of the game.
Arsenal really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Oh, and they couldn't have had a worse start to the second half, Peter. The captain has to pick himself up now, never mind his teammates.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Hakimi gets across and deals with it. Serginho. Passing is crisp and sharp. Defending was strong and firm. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Roberto Baggio. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Gets a good foot in there. Baresi. Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Roberto Baggio. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pass is just off target. And that was very necessary. Picked out brilliantly. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
Saka.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Not the most accurate pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Number 19, Neymar.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Number 25, Vinicius Junior. Number 18, Batistuta.
Van Bouten. Yamal. Van Bouten.
Saka.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Oh, great defending. That needed doing.
Now Foden. The referee's awarded a free kick. Not the most convincing of passes. Nedved over to the left. Foden. He's in a great position here.
Arsenal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Batistuta! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Baggio going face-to-face with his great rival.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Baresi.
Saka.
Stood up well to him there.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Yamal. Number 14, Baggio. Number 9, Nedved. Coming on the field.
No, not quite on the same
20.
wavelength. Shoots! He has done it! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And he shoots! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? No, that's been intercepted.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It's a threatening ball. Can he finish? It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Threads one in. Baresi demonstrating his defensive quality there. Just seeing the board now. And that will be the final act. Arsenal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered.